Welcome to the party. It's your boy Malintent. We're back again for another day. Path of Exile. We're running some pretty cool stuff. We're gonna go ahead and try to get ourselves a little bit of a little further in the got some things that are going on. We're learning how to deal with this particular build. This actually is a pretty nice. We gotta keep the. Hide myself. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to change my configuration a little bit. And what I mean by that is I think what I need to do is make a change on where I actually have my my culling strike. We might need to change it. What's up? Are we dead yet? Sub 20-minute maps? Yeah. My 73 level butt is in here doing beefed up regular maps. I'm not even juicing them or putting rare tiers on them. This is just so I can give me some experience. It might come on. I don't know exactly. That's the thing. It is doing a pretty good amount of damage, but not to where I would say it's really good. Okay. But there are two things that are that have changed in the build that kind of are irritating, and I don't know if it's going to be a problem or not later on. Okay, so most of my damage comes from living lightning. Okay, so that's where most of my damage is coming from. I don't know if you know, so. Can I get more damage out of it? Yeah. So there are some things. This is where my problem is. And lucky lightning damage, I don't think that is gonna work. Wrath won't work for me. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a problem. Didn't realize this when I put the build together, because I didn't read very well, but there was a situation that popped up. It's lucky for allies. Okay, understandable. The lucky might work, but everything else won't. So let's break down the build real quick. Okay, so let me just tell you where the problems are. Okay, so the build itself is almost to where it needs to be for minions. Okay, so the minion configuration, I need to go ahead and add that to get some more damage for my minions. I need to go ahead and I need to go up here and grab the 2 for the last little bits of minion damage. Okay, now where the problem comes in is I was actually sitting there and I had put points into here for extra lightning damage that I was using. I was taking that, and it does kind of equate, but it doesn't do very well for minions. And living lightning does benefit from it a little bit, but the situation where the problem came in and everything was this. So I didn't read that last line on here. Your aura skills are disabled, meaning I can't run any auras at all. Just wrath, determination, any of those, can't run it. Okay, so what? Oh, that's, well, why you know, that ain't that bad. You can actually get a specter that can do it for you. I wonder what you're screaming about, right? Well, I built this build with this in mind, where the number of living lightnings can get doubled. And so my living lightning, when my living lightning gets to level 8, level 20, or before 20, I'll have 8 of those. It'll double to 16. So I have 16 living lightnings coming out. Now, because it's a walking simulator, as soon as Herald Thunder strikes an enemy, which it's going to strike an enemy 5 times a second, 5 to 6 times a second. So within 5 or 6 times a second, it's striking, which means that I am getting one of the living lightnings to automatically pop up every 5 of them a second. So they are doing a good amount of damage. Now they do multi-strike, they do Infernal Legion or Air Army, so that they do the so anything around it is going to be taking damage anyway. And then I do have the damage on full, which also gives them a 32% more multiplier built into the minion itself as well. I had to make a switch so that I could actually survive because I don't have determination anymore. Determination was active inside of my POB, but POB shows determination as active even though when you have this jewel in place. So it was a mistake. So I had to switch out to this ring, which I switched to the ring. It gives me aspect of the crab, which I turn the aspect of the crab on, and I get resistances. So if somebody physically hits me, I'm getting a very huge damage reduction. Because I'm always hitting myself, I am always gaining endurance charges. So I will always have my maximum endurance charges. Currently my maximum endurance charges are 3. Should be 4. So I'll be able to get 4 endurance charges in just a little bit. But either way it goes, I am at that point right now where, okay, so it does okay damage, not that big. I still have some minion stuff that I can do to get more damage, which is here, these two, this node over here, and and the ones right here for the critical strike for your minion. Really, so it could be really good. I just don't have them. Where my problem comes in is I don't know if it's gonna come online yet. I got to get at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 levels. Why not drop that Ascension? What do you mean drop the Ascension? Drop Guardian? And go with something else like an Inquisitor or one of the other ones? I thought about that. Oh, drop this so I can get auras. Yeah, I was thinking about that too, but I don't know if it's okay. So that's a possibility. That's a possibility, but I want to go ahead and try to get further along before I start tweaking. Let's just be honest. I could take that out. It could help. It might not help. Don't know yet. But survivability is not the problem. The aura, because I never really had Wrath as a aura for this build. I had Clarity, and what's the other one? And Determination as auras in the build. Don't start tweaking. That's where my problem is. Right now I've already made a lot of tweaks just to get it so I feel that it's actually able to kill things. And just like you said, if I keep tweaking, I need to get closer to the to where it needs to be before I start tweaking any further. Because like right now with this gives me 5, I get 5 or 6 attacks a second. If I have both rings on, because I was gonna run double rings. And when I was gonna run those double rings, what's gonna happen is my lightning damage increases, which increase the limit lightning damage as well. And Herald of Thunder increases as well. And so with double rings, instead of 5 attacks a second, I'm more like 8 or 9 attacks per second, which keeps my living lightning always up. Also, I'm doing a constant slam of damage against a target, which is going to be around about 250 to 300,000 points of damage with me every second with me walking around. That's just 300,000 points of damage, 250 to 300 points of damage just from Herald of Thunder. If you add in Living Lightning, then I'm going to be doing a pretty good amount of damage, but I just can't get there yet to be able to determine if it's going to happen. So this is the reason why I'm not undoing that node and trying to tweak other things just to force a little bit more DPS right this very second. What I can do though is, well, yeah, we'll get there. Yeah, I'll get there. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue down the path of just trying to get up, level up. And as soon as I level up more, then I'll be able to kind of make those decisions on if I need to tweak this or tweak that or remove this or remove that.
Hello. Till next time, shall we keep, Savior?
I gotta put that one away.
Greetings. Go with courage.
Oh, that's completed. Okay. So one of but that's where I am. I'm just trying to burn through some of these lower level scarabs, which also scarabs are a little bit of a problem as well.
Time turns even the vicious volcano.
10, 5. Yeah, I'm just doing 5s. I'm level 73 doing 5s. I don't want to go and try to do yellows because it's gonna be harder. I can level up. I reign supreme. Yeah, hey, no problem. Oh, I missed it. I'm sorry. It has almost worked. You could equip an impulsor and run a regular auto bomber impulsor. Yeah. So I have an impulsor. Yes, I am. And you are correct. The auto bomber impulsor is a possibility. But if you're going to be doing an auto bomber impulsor, you want to do an elementalist. You don't want to be doing a guardian. The only reason I did the guardian as the guardian is because I wanted to do it as a minion configuration. So like you said, an auto bomber is a possibility, but that should have been. You want to be an elementalist so you can get the convolation and all the other stuff.
They are coming.
Right, you're probably right. But this is what. Let's just be honest. This is an experimental build.
My mana is spent.
Go poison. I thought about that when I was first building the build, but the problem is getting it to do poison is where the hard part would be. Actually, I'm not even going to deny. I thought about making this into making a shadow poison walker and doing high amounts of poison from the Herald of Thunder. Because thinking about 6 or 7 attacks a second, you can stack within 2 seconds. You'll be able to stack like well, if you do it right, you're doing like 19 stacks a second, and if you can get that poison stack up, oh my gosh, you could be like throwing tons of poison. But that would be going a different route, different character, different person, different way of going. I can't do it with this particular without doing some really strange tweaks just to try to get poison to be able to be active by the minion, or not the minion, by Herald of Thunder. There's a lot of things that I've just been thinking of a lot of different ways, but mainly with this, what started this whole thing was I wanted to get I wanted to do Living Lightning and see if I can get a Living Lightning where I didn't have to always try to cast something to get it to start. Because one of the problems I was having when I was playing it before was I do Living Lightning and I would have to stop, cast, and then Living Lightning would come out, and then I'd be moving around and stuff like that. And I didn't like that. I didn't like the feel of that. Okay. So then I was like, oh, well, I'll just tie it to Absolution, and then I'll just use Absolution as my lightning dealer, and then I'll generate the minions. But then I realized that for me to move around on a regular basis, I'm not casting Absolution as often, so I don't have a lot of Living Lightning minions up. So what happens is I have to stop longer so I can get more Living Lightning guys up and then continue to move, and Living Lightning dissipates really quickly. Living Lightning dissipates after 3 hits. They don't have a duration that just kind of, goes for forever. Herald of Agony, what is that? Belts up for grabs? What do you mean belts up for grabs? Keep that one. Keep that one. And that's also another, you are correct there. With my belt, I should be going with a Darkness Enthroned and throwing on Ghastly Eye Jewels. I have a Ghastly Eye Jewel that I will be putting in place that would be really good, but I don't have a slot to put it in yet because I'm still trying to get some of those other slots that I want.
Time turns even the vicious volcanoes.
So the determinations thing, I'm not really worried about because I'm usually running the aspect of the crab, and that actually is taking a good. That's giving me a good amount of survivability. Hey, that's better than it was the last time. I don't know if you remember the last time the tree went completely down like that. I couldn't kill anything last time. The tree just was like, yeah, you're letting these guys walk right over here and beat the snot out of me. And I was like, well, I can't do nothing about it. In the last one, but this one I actually was able to kind of kill the things before it got there. So it is getting stronger. It's just, you know, when will it get strong to the point where, and this is also, just FYI, so everybody is aware, this is me still experimenting to see if I can get Living Lightning good. Ghastly Eye Jewel. There we go. There we go. Oh, hold up. Wrong location.
Greetings.
I got wasted. Okay, so there are some things we need to do. Let's go ahead and get this done.
Decisions must be made.
Manage. Add. $50K.
Time turns even the vicious volcanoes to hollow shells.
Man, that guy's got soul eater like a mug, doesn't he? He ain't giving that up either. That dude is fast. So one of the things that I was thinking about with this build is
Yourself into oblivion.
I gotta pick that one up. Oh, let me get that 5. So one of the things that I'm gonna do is get that. Now I'm gonna grab the exposure one, so that anything near me gets exposure, which should increase the amount of damage that I'm actually gonna be doing against guys by a lot, or the minions will be doing against the guys a lot. So we're working on it. We're working on it. Come on, don't do that. There we go. Why would you leave us? Why would you leave us? There we go. Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna just do that like that. Get through them a little bit faster.
Greetings. Farewell.
Why would you leave us? Why would you leave us? Yeah. we go. There we go. Come on, come on, let's go, let's go. I think it's time for us to try to do belts. Got too many belts. There we go. Let's go for it. Oh crap.
Hello. Keep your life to your own.
$75. Okay. I'm gonna still do the Atoll map because I think it's probably the best one until I can get to. Well, no, I'm going tier 5s now, so I should be able to find a better map. Tropical Island, that's probably the better one. Marcus. Ooh. Oh, I forgot to say, are we dead yet? Did you realize, I don't know if you were online yesterday, but I do have this. Hopefully you saw it and you will start reading the book. Ah ha ha. That sucked. But I will say, survivability is actually pretty good. I get hit a lot. Them crabs. I always thought crabs were bad for you. There we go. I wonder if I could get a higher DPS by switching out of something real quick. There we go. Woo. I need to do something like get Arcane Surge. So I need to tie something to a cast when damage taken, since it's gonna cost so much mana, and do Arcane Surge, which is gonna give me increased cast speed and mana regen. Come on, come on, come on, come on. What's he got? Lightning and shock resistant. Why is it that if you have a particular type of damage, the rares always have resistances to that type of damage? You know, they say it's random, but I don't know about that. I don't wanna think, I don't wanna look anymore. Lightning and shock resistant. Oh, I told you, I told you. Well, he's not lightning and shock resistant, but he definitely got some, he has lightning powers. I'll try it, but hey, I beat it before I died. Oh, hold up. I'm gonna turn that in.
Greetings. Journey well. Greetings. Go with courage.
Decisions must be made.
Have you got anything for us to disenchant? Oh, it's you! Let's make some dust.
All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. A few more things. Few more things.
Hello.
I gotta put this in here. That's 76. Oh, I remember what I was gonna do. I stepped out and I was like, okay, I gotta do this while I'm while I'm on break. There we go. There we go. Alright, I'll stay there for a second.
You've done well.
Like you. Just like you, like you, like you. Just like you, like you.
Hello. Greetings. Journey well.
Afraid. So let me think about something. That's what I was doing. Okay, so one of the things I was just thinking about was so feeding frenzy. It makes him aggressive, makes your pet aggressive, but what's the buff off of feeding frenzy? Damage speed bonus all frenzy. Feeding grants 10% more minion damage, 10% movement speed, and 10% attack speed. That's what it is. Okay. That's what I was going. The reason why I was looking at feeding frenzy, just in case everybody wants to know the reason why, because I was wondering if I was gonna get more damage out of doing a feeding frenzy buff versus doing a regular type buff, as well as what I'm thinking about is cast on damage taken. You know, some more cast on damage taken type stuff maybe cast on, because like right now I'm doing cast on damage taken and doing the wave of conviction. I could do cast on damage taken, the arc, and then do and then because right now everything's tied to my storm brand, and I could actually do a cast on damage taking culling strike configuration versus me having to have storm brand do it. The only other thing I was thinking about is this.
Hail, Godslayer.
And I gotta look to see if it's a buff or it's an aura or not. I don't believe it's an aura, but it would increase our damage as well, which is Skitterbots. It is an aura, which means that it would be disabled and I can't use it. Because I was thinking, hey, I could run Skitterbots and turn Skitterbots on, and then I would get the chill and the chill and shock automatically as well. And that would actually be pretty interesting. That'd be a nice boost. But as we can see, auras are disabled. I can't do it. Now, I wonder if we could get around some of those things. So let me show you what I'm talking about. No, because it would be the base gem. It'd be the base gem. So what I was considering was this. Grabbing the Skitterbot and then having that other thing in place. So there's a what you want to call it? There's a ring that would allow you to have the Skitterbot give other things. But the base gem is where you're getting overridden. So I can't do it that way. But currently right now what we're sitting at 76. So if we look here, which I did look at this earlier, just in case y'all don't remember. When I found out yesterday that I had a problem, I went to this page to kind of figure out what was out there. So I was looking at all the different things that are considered auras, and I was like, well, how do we get around the auras? And so I looked up the other thing that gets around auras, which is this. I looked at it buffs, and when I looked at buffs, I was like, okay, what is a buff that is not an aura? So, things like petrified blood. But I was like, okay, do I need petrified blood really? It's not that big of a deal. This one, which is a spell duration cold, which says, hey, guess what? While stationary, I take less damage. I take less fire damage while stationary. I got chill enemies for 0.5 seconds when hit, reducing their action speed by 30%. Buff grant freeze. Now I thought about doing this, but I'm self attacking, so that means I could chill myself, and I wasn't gonna do that. And so like things like molten shell I can't use because I'm using Immortal Call, which Immortal Call is wonderful. And then I started looking at the cries. It's like, okay, well, what can the cries give me? Is there any buffs I can get from a cry that would actually help and assist me? Not really. Intimidating cry gives me a little bit of a speed buff, but nothing really big. I thought about this one, which is Ancestral Cry. And the reason why I thought about this was buff grants +1 to all maximum elementals. You know, buff grants +5 to all elemental resistances. So I get 5 to elemental resistance, and I get an extra level of maximum, which could reduce the damage I'm taking from lightning. But it also could, you know, gives me a little bit of extra for that. But there's nothing, it's not needed. Ancestral Call wasn't needed. Seismic was like, okay, well, that's not going to help me at all. Rally and Cry, oh, well, that'd just be a little bit of extra. Buff has 100% effect on my minions. So the buff grants attack damage equal to 4% of damage of your main weapon. So I was thinking about this, because that would increase the damage that's coming to my living lightning. And I thought about it, but I was like, do I really? I mean, could it be a good thing? And then this one I wasn't going to give us anything. This one gives me back health and regen. Infernal Cry doesn't really give me you know, because we figured out that the lightning, my living lightning does lightning damage, doesn't do any physical, so it wouldn't help. Last one was this one, and that wasn't going to do anything for me. And then I started looking at some of the other ones that are out there. Corrupting Fever buff applies a corrupted blood on hit. Doesn't really do anything for my minions. Then I looked at all the other ones, and I came up with these all kind of suck overall, and it doesn't really help me out too much. So the adrenaline is a nice one, and some other ones, but like I said, most of these are useless in my build. The only one that would be kind of useful is this one. And the reason why is it gives elemental resistances, and it increases my elemental resistance by +1. So if we look at it, I'm already at 80 elemental resistance, right? When I pop the one this, I go up to 85. And then if I had that other thing on, it'd be 86. So you see what I'm saying? It'd be 86. And then when you look at some of the other things that popped, so pop back over here. One of the buffs that they talked about is this one. So Onslaught is a great thing for movement speed, and it gives me attack and cast speed, which is great. Now, this is one of those ones that I'm like, okay, I could do, and I was thinking about it because of this. We can go in and we can go for our potions. And if we go to potions, there is a potion we can get. Where is it? Not silver. Is it silver? Yeah, silver. So So what I'm looking for is I've picked up Transgressor multiple times. That one actually might work. All right, so what this gives me is increased critical strike chance during the effect, and it's got a pretty good recovery rate. When it gets full, I'll be able to run that. Now, I'm just... Huh? I'm gonna go ahead and switch this up. Pass it around from the... Always take the highest level one that you have and be the one to try to do something. So this grants hinder and maim immunity for 10 seconds if used while those are going on. Poison immunity. That works. And what we're doing is we're just trying to level up a little bit, you know, get ourselves to where we need to be. Yeah, we're surviving. We're still working on the build. Well, we're leveling up the build actually, so we can actually, you know, so we can do some maybe do some tweaking later. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting on too, is just to try to get the helmet on to see what it does. I can say that there is one of the problems. Go ahead. One of the problems that I've noticed is that the guys don't, when they focus, it does better damage against like a rare and stuff like that. But when it's not focused, it's all over the place. And so I need to get the damage up or more minions out so that they take care of those things on the long distance. So what's up, baby? Ah, okay. Oh, got a 90-second ad? Okay, sorry about that. Ends in 30 seconds. So what I was saying about the what I was saying was they can't focus down on somebody unless they're unless it's the only thing on the map. And so that is making me think it's not that good for clearing maps and stuff, really, because it. Back, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. What I was saying was that I'm gonna say it again. Sorry, I thought that 30 seconds had already passed. But what I was saying was it can't do focus downs on enemies until all the other enemies are gone. So what happens is I don't think it can't. The minions can get kind of all over the place, which makes it hard for clearing sometimes. Because instead of attacking one guy, it's attacking a bunch. Each one is attacking a different one, which slows down the killing of some of the mobs. But when they start to focus, they do okay damage, not the greatest. But I'm hoping that when I get things under control, they'll do better damage overall long term. Oh, it's working. That was one of the things that I thought I was going to have to do. Killing Strike works. That was one of the things that I was considering changing, was where the culling strike comes from. Because I need the culling strike on mostly on single target configuration, not like larger situations, just mainly like this guy. Those pesky things that don't die. Yes, the shock on the glove, explicit, will definitely need to be on there. Because it's not spreading because we know, we can see it's not spreading. So one of the things, the reason why I haven't done some of the things that you're talking about is I'm being cheap. Cheap. Okay, so I think I can get a better set of gloves, but
Hello. Journey well.
not that one. Not that one. Where is it? Not under there. Oh, did they put it in the currency? There you go. Freezes you inflict. No problem, baby. I do need something to drink. You can give me some. Any? No, it's down here. Yep, you can give me it.
You're getting long and pretty.
Yeah, understandable. Love you too, baby. Really? I think it's a searing, right? It's a eldritch, right? Hold up, let me go look at the searing Exile. So yeah, it's this one. Maybe I'm just unlucky. I got the freezing, unnerving. See, freeze spread. I think I need so I got Herald. Unnerve. And I ain't got nothing left. Unlucky. Yep. That's what always happens to me. I'm unlucky. So, but what I was saying earlier, Sucker Man, was I was thinking about moving the culling strike from here and putting it inside of here because this strikes more often. But the only thing I can think of removing is the Infernal Legion. And then adding the culling strike in. That will give my minions culling strike as well as it would give I believe it'll give the minions culling strike, and as well as it would give my True, but I'd lose it eventually when I get the helmet. I'm trying not to get things too many things that are outside of the that are going to be outside of, you know what I mean? I'm gonna see if I can put a green in there. Nope, not that many greens. Not that many greens. There you go. Let's see if this actually will make a difference. We want the living lightning. Well, hold up. Living lightning. We got that. We have to take minion damage. We move culling strike over here. So what I would do on this one is, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So what I'm gonna do is, there we go. Or link it. And then I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put that, that, and then I have over in here.
Hello.
I know I in there. I actually have a gem that I took out a long time ago, which was this one. So innervate. Now we're just testing this, but we'll see how this works out. Ooh, that would have been bad. So now my Herald of Thunder has the and my minions have color and strike capability. So I was thinking about moving the color and strike a while ago. I think I said it before you got on the but I didn't want to recolor. I was being lazy. So I was like, I'll just go ahead and level this way still. Definitely a better having it on Herald. Putting it on there, I'm like double dipping almost. So another thing that I was thinking about doing was adjusting my damage with or do more cast when damage taken. And on the the other one that I plan on doing. Maybe doing cast with damage taken and then do like the arc surge configuration and have it set to do things like you know, elemental proliferation and innervate and the other thing, maybe ice bite hypothermia with it or something like that. Just something that would get like would hit, cause damage and shock, and then possibly get me a cold. That would hinder the enemies. That would slow them down. But I can't do anything like that right now because guess what? I'm burning way too much mana. I have a couple of nodes that I know for mana regeneration that I'm going to be getting, but I don't ever think I'm going to be able to get rid of a mana potion. Because I have no way of getting mana back. Maybe adding one of those, find the like mana on hit. Maybe get something on like mana on hit, not attack hit, but mana on hit from something. Because if I can get mana on hit, that'd be great. Because what it'll do is, as many times as I hit with Herald of Thunder, it'll be generating mana back every hit. Yeah, so these you know, there are a lot of tweaks that I could do right now, but I don't want to do until I get higher. After I get the helmet on, then I kind of want to do those, try to figure out the tweak to get the build so it functions. But if I do it too early, then it's a situation of, oh, I got to redo it later when I change things. So, whoa, man, it covers. Thank you though, sucker man. Thank you. It did it, but it did multiples. I thought I turned it off on one of the overlays, but it doesn't seem like it. I've got to get that fixed for you guys. If I can get the damage output up to at least 2 million, 3 million, I could be happy. The problem also is I can't even figure out what the damage is going to be. I am unable to figure out that damage. And the reason why is because I'm unable to determine what Living Lightning actually is doing. I cannot determine what Living Lightning is actually doing. Because Living Lightning doesn't give me a Living Lightning doesn't give me any. It doesn't give me any information. Is where the problem is. You can go to what you want to call this thing? I can't go to path of building. You can go to path of building, and path of building don't tell you nothing. You click Living Lightning, it gives you this is the cast for Living Lightning. This is the skill for Living Lightning. But there is no calculation for Living Lightning. I so want the calculations. The calculations would help me out a lot. Oh no, trust me, I'm doing everything to get the minion to it does better damage. I'm not worried on that part. My problem is I can't calculate it. So like with minions and stuff like that, you can see, oh, my minion's not doing any doing damage because I need to increase my either my flat damage or I need to increase my lightning damage. Or, hey, my minion's not doing very good damage because I don't have high enough more minion damage. You just can't do that with Living Lightning. It just doesn't give you any information. You can't see in POB any information on the damage output that it's gonna do. No, I didn't read my Ellie skill book yet. What's up? I missed something. What skill book? I saw the thing about omens. I saw the it was just curious if you oh, it's dead. I'm sorry. I did read some information, or I did get some information about the omens and things like that, but I don't remember anything about a skill book. The league started for you? Oh, no. Okay, so that's different. Oh, so this is just a reading book. Okay, hold on. So I see where you got okay, so all we did yet and I are readers. And there's this book that we said we were going to read and then we'll review. And we're going to review it online and everything like that. So the book is called this. All the Skills. It has nothing to do with like LE, Path of Exile, or anything like that. It's just a book. No. And so all we did yet now is supposed to start reading this book, and we're giving ourselves 2 weeks. 2 weeks to read it. And then after we read it, we're gonna discuss it online. I think I'm gonna do it. I think it would be better. So what I'm thinking is letting this one go off, which will do this. Supported skills shock enemies as though dealing 650% more damage. And then I get a skills having 50% shock increase. Then doing this. Elemental proliferation. Which does supported skills have a 20% chance to freeze, shock, and ignite. So in other words, I get more shock. Then I get spread from it as well. So if I do that, and then go like this, I might get more shocks. And if I get more shocks, I get more explosions. Shocked enemies you kill explode, dealing bam. So it's gonna be it'll be, I think it'll be better
Go with
for spread, because I'm not getting any spread right now from what I'm doing. So this just kind of enhances that. We'll see if it works. I just need experience. There's something else I need to do. Oh,
Hello. Farewell.
something else I need to do. So I got flame dash. No, I don't. I gotta go get flame dash.
Hail, Godslayer.
Well, actually, I could just do it like that. That could work. Definitely have a shock.
This'll do nicely, Exile.
Make your an interesting choice.
There we go. Definitely got a shock and explosion thing. right, get a little more health. Hmm. There we go. I just thought about something. Ah. Control G. All right, let's do this. What's the name of the one where you wow. Yeah. This there we go. Settlers, that's what it is. All right. Now this one does what? Soul fight found. So attack it. Sulfite veins and chests in your maps are guarded by sulfite hoarding monsters. Yeah, that could be doable. This one's when they interact with multi-cypher veins or chests in your maps. Gain sulfite intoxication for each of the, what's that? Grants increased damage, increased movement speed. Ooh, I'll take that. Mm-hmm. Not them. Not them. Let's see this. Let's see this. This is his founding maps. On completion. I wonder if that's going to be, if it'll give me either sulfite or to give me real, or give me what I'm looking for. Gotham. And Gotham. And Gotham, living in Gotham, living in Gotham, living in Gotham. Rituals, light, road markers, ultimatum, delirium mirrors. Leave ore deposits. And go here and get rid of expeditions, sacred, and abysses. All right. Let's see if this works. That's 78. Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized that sucker man asked me something. I'm gonna probably play a Void Knight. Nah, I'm not gonna do hardcore. I'm gonna do softcore. Haha, good. Hardcore stresses you out. Stresses me out too. Getting better. Not as good as it should be, but we're working on it. right, 78. There we go. Let's go ahead and pick up. Let's start doing some sixes. Let's see. Some sixes.
Hello. Keep your life to your own.
Hey, look at that. I didn't realize living lightning is up to 8. No wonder my damage went up. Ooh. I got hit. That's taking a little bit of time. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Yep. So we will see about scaling Living Lightning in just a second. Ooh. Ooh.
Greetings.
That's an interesting piece of gear.
Go with courage.
Hail. Decisions must be made.
Have anything for us to disenchant? Hail! Let's make some dust.
Break down tonight. I ain't gonna go back. I ain't gonna go back. Let's just go ahead and go to the next one. Just trying to get experience. Let's go, let's go. was actually pretty good.
You've done well.
All right, so one of the things that we can do to check DPS changes and stuff like that, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add a little lightning damage there. And what we're gonna do is see if that actually gives us any increase in damage. It would be very good to know, which I'm gonna have to switch out gems, or not gems, switch out large cluster jewels. And the reason why we're going to switch it out is we need to see if living lightning gets better increases from minion damage, or does it get better increases from straight lightning damage increases? Nobody really knows. I mean, they say it's a minion, but how's it scaled? Nobody knows how it's scaled or everything like that. It is a support gem. So what makes me sometimes wonder is, since it is a support gem, can I get more damage out of it by switching out and doing lightning? So does it scale like a minion completely, or does it scale off of the supported gem? So in other words, I got a ton of increased lightning damage in my build. Will it enhance that better or? Now that's a big difference right there. See, and that's where my question is. So I can say one thing about this build that we are very aware of at this time. We can't do Living Lightning does not do Legion very well. So I'm gonna have to spec out a Legion in my Atlas.
Long day. Oh, gee. Now we gonna have to do something else because we can't do that one. Breaches ain't gonna be very good because we don't have enough damage yet. Now that might actually work out to be where we need to go.
let's just go that route.
Hello. Keep your life to your own.
Oh, got a belt. Got a belt. What that means is we get an ancient order belt. Ah! Nope, nothing good.
Hello.
Exile.
All right, let's do this. Let's do this. We got 79. We got just a little bit more to go. Oh, hold up. What time is it? All right, let's go. Let's go.
Must have time to gather.
Nice.
Hello. Great.
I'm at 79. There we go. Come on. Go. Go. I'm not even gonna try hive because if I do that, it's gonna suck. All right, guys, I'm outie. I gotta get out. It was good talking to you guys, running with you guys. I'll be back tomorrow, normal time, 7 to 11. Oh yeah, I can't go to sleep tonight. I got maintenance tonight. Oh, that reminds me. You have a good night. I'm gonna go pee and figure out what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night. I'm probably gonna stay on here. I'm gonna try to level up a little bit. Talk to you guys later. Peace out, and I hope this helps you in your quest for ultimate power. Peace out.